spotter, radio check.
Charging battery. Link established. Mic off.
Come on, show the iRacing, damn it. Ah, there we go. And we're live. Welcome to the stream. Seems like everything is working. All I have to do now is drive.
Speed limit is 60 kilometers per hour. All clear, push now.
So this is
Just done it, 133.7.
my first time driving this car on this track.
Right side. Clear on the right. Right side.
Clear right.
Clear.
So this is the new version of Zandvoort, the one with the fancy banking, a nice smooth surface and better curbs, etc. So I know the track layout. I've done many laps here in F1 2020, I think,
Car stops on the right.
and some laps in I think Assetto Corsa Competizione, but that's basically it. So if you look at the standings, the top guys are in the 34s, and then the rest of us plebs will be obviously slower. So I'm aiming for now to get into the 36s. I'm just going to let this guy go so he can feel better about himself, because it seems like he was being super aggressive there. So my target for now is to get into the 136s. That will more or less get me in the top 10 of this practice session. Well, actually it's a high 35, but that's just splitting hairs.
You got a slow car on the right. Go left.
This is probably one of the trickiest corners on the track for me, followed by this one, because normally the direction change to get the car lined up and then to prevent the oversteer is where the trick comes in for me. There's lots of people out there that enjoy it or seem to be very good at that corner. I'm not one of them. So I still haven't figured out which corners I can take flat out, almost flat out, or slow down a lot. I'll get there over the course of this session. That's the plan. Ooh, 142, that's terrible.
29.
I'm trying to take that outside line that is on the banking, but it doesn't feel natural for me, so I'll have to work at it. I found 2 seconds just on the first sector because of the slowdown probably that I did to let that guy by.
You got a slow car on the left. Car stop on the left.
Seems like I'm not the only one struggling. There's several cars we've seen now that's parked on the side of the track.
Car stopped ahead. Car stopped ahead. Car stopped ahead.
Okay, you can carry a lot more speed there. I just need to get the line correct.
You've just set your fastest lap of the session.
25. That puts you 0.7 seconds off the leader's pace.
Okay, so that's a lot better.
38.4.
So I'm getting closer to my target lap time. Oh! That was evil. This is probably one of my favorite corners purely because of how the car loads up. It was a bit oversteer there, was keeping it in check, but it was a bit too much. Problem with that much oversteers or rotation is you're gonna kill the tires. Yeah, that was a lot better.
New fastest lap for you.
27. That's your fastest lap. Currently 3.8 off the pace. You've just done it 137.5.
So I didn't take that corner probably the correct way. I still haven't figured out the line through there, but this is a lot faster.
Car on your left. Stay on the right. Clear.
Yeah, this guy's also being one of those aggressive types. I'm not gonna try and hold him up. Oh, slowed down way too early there.
The guy behind has just done it 137.9.
No! And that's what I was saying earlier on. You can't actually have that much rotation. I've damaged the car, so I'm not gonna bother. Just need to close this window on my streaming computer. So basically what happened there,
Time is at 137.4.
I'm gonna rewind this because I know what I did wrong, but also know how to not do it. But it's nice to see the replay so you can see how stupid you were. So one of the tricks that I figured out with this car, it might not be correct, it's hard to say, but this is my feelings on it. If I go to this view here and you see as I come around the corner, the car is starting to step out, and I was hoping to keep it in check. In other words, keep a slight amount of rotation. It helps contain or prevent any understeer.
Just done it, 137.8.
Prevents the understeer, and you can get on the throttle that a little bit earlier. So I'm essentially balancing the car on the throttle. The problem is I exceeded more or less the maximum slip angle, and that's why I spun. But now there's a trick. I think it could be related to the fact that I was too close to the guy in front, and that caused that dirty air effect. It's hard to be sure. The only way to confirm is to do it again. Right, I'm finding heaps of time, which is nice. But to get in the 36s, I don't think it's going to be too difficult. But to get where those crazy top guys are, especially that Lewis Werrell Oak, I've seen him the other day in a race. He's crazy quick.
Exit looks clear. Disengage limiter. The guy behind has just done it, 137.7. The leader has just done 133.4.
When I've done a few laps of trying to find a good line, a good consistent way to get a decent lap, then I'm going to go watch one of the hot lap videos and see how the top guys drive, see how far I'm off that, and then I'm going to look at the race times from races earlier today and see what is a relatively good race pace and how far I'm off that. So today's session is going to be a lot of just driving, trying to find time, trying to find consistency. I already found, like I said, decent amount of time since my first lap, but it's a long way to go.
B35. To watch the track limits.
So this locking up the brake there, you have to brake really, really late into that corner. The trick is to prevent the lockup and to use the trail brake.
That was a dangerous move there, buddy. Like, why would you try it? Come, baby!
I'm not sure what they're on about, but I was about to say the aim is to brake late, trail brake, and then carry a shitload of speed through that banked corner. I got it completely wrong, but I'll keep trying. Now that felt better.
Slow car ahead. Car stops on the right. Go right.
So there's a lot of people struggling. Okay, Let's try this again.
Mallorquí.
Car stop on the left.
What? You. Okay, copy.
That was a lot better. It felt like I had a lot more control. In other words, I can do that lap after lap. So let's try it again next round.
Sector 1 is 0.3 off the pace.
So there you get off the throttle and wait for the car to settle. Here is just hang on. And this is my worst corner. This one, it always feels like the car wants to get away from you. It's like the second part of Spoon Curve at Suzuka. Trying to take it a bit more careful there. I could have braked a lot later into that chicane. Slowly catching up to the guy in front.
New fastest lap for you.
B23, good lap. 2 minutes so far. Sector 3 is 0.6 off the pace.
So I've reached the target lap time I set. I wanted a 36, I've beaten that, which is great.
Car stopped ahead. Go right.
So I'm braking a bit early, waiting for the car's front end essentially to bite and then get on the throttle. It might not be the fastest way, but it's a bit more consistent. That was a bit too much oversteer.
B24 now 2.9 off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.8 off the pace.
I was about to lock up the rears, so I had to back off, wait for it to grip again and then get back on the throttle. It cost me time on the way in, but I gained a bit of time on the way out.
Sector 1 is
Oh no!
pace.
Got the car to slide there, bad move. I think the other guys that are disconnecting now are going for a race, including this idiot that decides to stop on the racing line.
Sector 2 is 0.9 off the pace.
I won't be joining the race because I haven't done enough practice. It's one of the things I wrote about on the website the other day. I don't believe it's good to jump into a race without a good amount of practice. If you don't feel confident that you can do the race stint without spinning, then you shouldn't be there.
B25. Sector 3 is 9 off the pace.
It's actually a very interesting track. The big elevation changes, obviously the banking is very interesting. Corners like this where you have to line it up so precise, which I didn't. And ones like this where you have to like flick the car in. It's amazing. Had a much better exit than the previous lap, but it wasn't anything special. Unfortunately, I lost a lot of time early in the lap and I couldn't make it up.
Sector 3 is 0.6 off the pace.
Okay, so I'm done with this initial stint. So what I'm going to do now is open YouTube and check what those guys at Major's Garage are doing. The trick is I want to see what one of the really quick drivers does driving a car like this on this track. Should make, hopefully I can pick up a few tips. Okay, so let's start. Let me go look for the video. Okay, so I'm gonna show you this video the same time that I watch it. So let's see if I can capture that video quickly. Where's the window capture? There we are. Let's call it YouTube. And we're gonna capture that. Let's see what it looks like. I don't think that's too bad. I can make it a bit smaller. Yeah, that'll do. So let me go and watch that. I just want to mute iRacing. No, makes a difference. I don't need to hear anything. So isn't braking super late into turn 1? I'm not sure why it paused me, but anyway. Carrying a lot of speed into turn 2 and he brakes and runs straight up onto the banking. That's a very, very interesting trick. I need to try that. Okay, that's flat out, so there's nothing. So this is where you need to keep left to line up for this right-hander. And he turned in very early, a lot earlier than me. That's nice to see. Same here, turned in a lot earlier than me. Used curb, which I didn't, on the outside.
That's 20 minutes to go.
So he braked more or less where I was, but he carried shit ton more speed through the chicane. Yeah, that's not too far different from me, but obviously a lot better. And then from here it's flat out. So let's see. We should see his time come up now. 132.7. Holy crap. Okay, so I did learn a few tricks. Let me just kill this. Where's that? Yep, so I did learn a few tricks. So now I need to go see race results. Let's see what the guys are doing in the race. Then I can get an idea of what I'm supposed to be doing. Okay, so Formula 4 results. Let's see. I would have been probably in this split here. And the guy who won, yep, so I would have been in this split. So they said according to this, the leader was averaging in the 34s. So 36s isn't going to cut the mustard. I'll have to find at least another second, preferably two. Okay. Now I've got an idea. I just want to do one last thing. The only way to do this is to check the iRacing app or go to the Legacy website. You can't see what I'm seeing, but basically the old site is got a slightly uglier interface in a way, but it's more informative for me. If I go through to the leader and I go and look at his lap times, just waiting for it. So he was lapping consistently in low 34s. He had one shitty lap there, two shitty laps, but he was in the very low 34s to high 33s most of the time. And if I had to go and look at someone, say in the midfield, let's say for example Mr. 10th place, he was lapping low 36s, mid 35s, eventually set at 34.7, and then he spun off. It seems like he was pushing harder and harder and then made a mistake, but 35s is what he was doing. So I'm going to try for 35 lap time now, see if I can get there comfortably, and then take it from there. Okay, time to request a new car and get back into the seat. See if I can try some of those things I saw in the video. So my optimal is a 35.6. That means the potential is there to go faster. My best, that's typical. I was looking at my time. I was looking at the split times and decided to use the barrier for brakes. So what it means is to do 35s isn't crazy because I've done it already, but to do it 10 to 12 laps in a row, that's going to be a tricky one. We're going to find out now if I can use some of the info from the video find that time.
It takes this clear, push.
So that's what he braked up onto the banking and got on the throttle like instant. Okay, not that way, just a lot faster and better, but still.
15 minutes remaining, 15 minutes to go.
So I tried getting on the throttle a lot earlier at the chicane, and it worked on the exit of the chicane. Missed the apex completely.
Slap will be invalidated. Watch the track limits.
I don't know if the steering is damaged or suspension is damaged, but we'll see now. I try to get a bit of rotation going there, but I get the feeling I killed the tires.
Look out for the pit speed limit.
Pit box in 5, 3, 2, 1. Right here.
Just thought while I was there with the car partially damaged, might as well practice the pit stop. So there's only 3 of us on track now. Might be better in a way.
You're all clear. Stay behind the line.
Don't know how they get the car to hug the inside like that. Mine, if I turn in early, just understeers. find such a big chunk of time, it means there's at least 1 or 2 corners that I'm doing quite badly at.
Remaining 10 minutes.
Yeah, there's an issue there. I have to wait too long on the throttle. So obviously, whoa, here comes the understeer and then the oversteer. I need to get on the throttle earlier, so the only way to do it is to trail brake, but when I was trying it earlier I was locking up, so I'm going to have to work at it.
Sector 1 is 2.1 seconds off the pace.
So my optimal is down to a 35.2. That worked a lot better. Okay, that worked, but it didn't feel good. I gained a full half second in the first sector.
Sector 1 is 0.8 off the pace.
I've lost just about all that time. I was experimenting with that one corner just to see if there's a better way to take it. So I found a good chunk of time, that's the good news.
New fast
35.1.
19. That's your fastest lap today. You're now 1.7 off the pace. You're 0.2 off the pace in sector 3.
It's more or less the same as the previous lap. So I just have to focus on those couple corners I messed up at.
Sector 1 is 0.9 off the pace.
So again, the time that I lost back on the previous lap, damn it! Okay, at least I didn't spin. Oh well, good news is my optimal is now 34.8.
Track limits, keep it within the lines. 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes left.
Can get at least 2 laps out of this, maybe 3. Seems like I've got the first sector more or less sorted out. It's not ideal, but it is what it is. It's just from here I'm going to struggle. So all that time that I'd lost on the previous lap and the previous lap, I think I've got it back. And I lost it. Pushed but too hard through the chicane. What's cool is at least I'm figuring out where the time is. See, there was a viewer and they gone.
You're currently 2.3, leader's pace. Last time was 135.7.
So it seems like to lap in the 35s isn't difficult anymore.
Sector 2 is 0.4 off the pace. Two minutes to go, 2 minutes. Sector 3 is 0.7 off the pace.
That was a better turn 1. So that corner is the one I'm struggling with a bit. I know there's a good couple of tenths in there. Easy, if I could figure it out.
Sector 2 is 0.7 off the pace.
So I'm trying to take it a bit easier. In other words, dial back the aggressiveness. to see if I can stay in the 35s the whole time. And it seems like it's working.
Checker flags out, P19.
So I said if I can get into the 36s or maybe high 35, I'd be in the top 10. Well, I did. I got into the low 35s. Obviously, the times changed as more and more guys joined and got faster. But I beat my target at the beginning of the section by quite a margin. So let's go and see our laps. So I did 4 stints, 3 laps on stint 1, 5 laps on stint 2, and 1 lap where I was stupid and caused damage on the car on the pit lane exit. And then the final session where I did 36 laps, 6 laps, and averaged the last 3 in the 35s. I think that's not too bad. Obviously would like to be a lot faster. So let's pick that lap 14 and see what it looks like. I just need to get the view right. Let's see, we're gonna go for roll bar. Yeah, I think that's a good view to watch the lap from. Let's jump to so that's lap 14. So I hugged the inside corner nicely. I got on the throttle a lot earlier, but I didn't get anywhere as far as I would like to have got on the banking.
That's the end of the session, P19.
Also hugged the inside there quite nice and neat. Almost went off, but didn't. Starting to use that outside curb, missed that apex completely, and that's where I tossed away a big chunk of time. That would have been a 34 if I didn't mess it up. Okay, so that was my 135.167. So now I'm gonna go, let me pause this so it doesn't make a noise. I'm gonna go into the garage and check if the tire temperatures are there. And it is, and the tire temps are actually not that bad. I thought it would be something ridiculously high, which means there's a chance that maybe overheating the tires isn't such an issue. Tire wear is negligible, there's nothing to worry about. So after 6 laps, basically there's nothing going on with the tires, except that you can see the front left is quite high compared to the other tires. Rear left is fairly high. The front left is significantly worse. Okay, the session is over. I'm gonna quit this session and join another one. Or I could not, maybe I won't do that. Maybe I would go and practice something else. I'm fairly happy with that. I'm thinking I could even join a race based on what I felt during those laps. Only thing I still need to be 100% sure of is to follow another car closely and see what the car does. Okay, so that was that. Now I'm going to go to IMSA, since it's a whole different car and it's an interesting track. Not a track I'm particularly good with, but let's see. Okay, there's a session. So what I try to do is, if I'm planning to race 1 or 2 or maybe 3 series during the week, I'll try and get practice in for all of them on the same day, just to get the feel for it and decide. Oh, welcome to the stream. I see there's another viewer. Try and decide which one I'm most comfortable with. So last week I practiced on 4 different series, and I was fairly useless in all of them except Formula 4. So I did that. This week I started with the F4 in practice. I'm going to try the IMSA series in the Cadillac. Normally they say you should just pick a series and focus on that, but I think I'm past that. I just like to drive what I enjoy. I might focus mainly on F4 and do the IMSA series, especially on tracks that's really cool. Just waiting for it to load. iRacing claimed that they increased the loading time in this update. In other words,
Oh, sorry, man. I didn't see you coming out of it.
so in this season 4 update, they've claimed they've improved loading times. And why fail tech? You are not being what? Oh, the setup is probably messed up. Let me just go get a setup for this track. Okay. We need... Damn it, I didn't even download a setup. I need to go get one.
The leader has just done a 113.8.
So now I'm going to download the setup pack, and that should give me all the setups I need for the week. That Formula 4 session that did was fixed setups. I didn't need one for the week. So with the setups, I've got subscribed to Major's Garage, and they give me a whole pile of setups for the subscription. So basically every car in the road racing series on iRacing is covered. So I can pick and choose and still have a decent setup. And now, just gonna paste all of these in, and then I should be ready to go.
106.8.
Okay, so let me load a setup. There's Road Atlanta. I don't want the endurance, I just want the regular race. So it's a night session. So if you just joined, I am not in the F4 anymore. You may have missed that. I am now in the Cadillac.
Limit is 72 kilometers per hour.
So this is the Cadillac LMDH. It's significantly faster than the F4, so I'm gonna have to take my time and get used to it again.
Exit's clear. Stay behind
that is not the correct way to take that corner. It feels so weird that I know the braking points and everything based on what I see during the day, but now it's a nighttime race and everything feels different. All the points of reference I have during the day seem like they're gone.
Sorry, man.
So it's going to be a slow session where I slowly acclimatize to the changes, but I'm sure I'll get there.
The leader has just done 106.3.
Somehow I missed the wall.
Slow down. You got a penalty for cutting the course.
Nah, I'm missing the corner because I can't see the apex. It's one of the nice things about racing in VR. It'll be so much easier to see that apex. Just a bit too wide, but wasn't so bad.
You got a slow car on the right. Go left.
Thank you. Just saw the apex. Was a bit late, but I'll take it. Whoa! We have to see that again because that was spectacular. So let's watch it from the helicopter view or blimp view. So what happened is, as I exited the chicane, was starting to crest this hill, and at that point, the rear suspension decompressed. That's what it felt like, and immediately I could feel the car starting to wheel spin. I assume the traction control will take care of it. I assumed wrong, and if you see there, you can see the one wheel that's locked. Let's see if I can bring it back. Not locked, but just sliding, wheel spinning there. So that's that. I'm already counter steering, but it's way too late for that. But I did one time lap according to this, which doesn't make any sense. I could swear I did more, but let's try again. And I'm not a little bit off the pace, I am massively off the pace.
car behind. Stay inside the line.
You cut that corner and got a slow down penalty.
You'll need to slow down if you don't want a penalty.
Left
Left
side.
side. Clear left.
Clear on the left.
So there's a bit of traffic, but I'm so far off the pace, it doesn't really make much difference for me at the moment. He break. Whoa, 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 whoa. I need to take it very careful through there. I'm not sure who was worse, me or the guy who was behind, but it wasn't nice. Let's go to that. Let's see what happened there. I'm not sure what the hell. I think he spun as well.
What?
I'm not sure who that was. Okay, good. I hate causing incidents. That didn't look like it was all my fault. He was also busy spinning, but still.
You're all clear. Stay behind the line.
Just gonna wait for this last guy. I don't understand why the car is sliding so much. I've got a good idea though. It's weird, I came from the F4 where it feels like I had tons of downforce, and I get this thing which is supposed to be worse. In other words, not worse, better in downforce, but it isn't, doesn't feel like that, not now. I think I need to just give the tires some time to warm up. Should be a lot better after that.
There's traffic behind. The leader was just done 105.8.
So now I'm just going to take it super easy, focus more on not spinning, and then see if, like with the Formula 4 that I did a few minutes ago, hopefully the lap time will come to me. Or not.
You cut that corner and got a slow down penalty.
You're outside of track limits there.
It's a little bit better. I need to find a good brake marker for the chicane so I don't keep missing it. I'm going to start with this one. Seems like that worked. Woo.
Car on your left. Just set your fastest lap of the session. Clear on the left.
You're outside of track limits there.
You got a slow car on the left. Car stop on the left. Go right.
Someone spun off. Thankfully, it
Slow car
wasn't
on the
me.
left. Go right.
Taking it extra careful there. This is a lot tougher than I thought it would be when I started. Nah, just a bit too much. All the time again I lost it because of that stupid mistake, but it's fine.
Just set your fastest lap of the session.
17th place.
That was a bit better.
It's just Moza V2.
Bit of understeer there. So I'm finding loads of time. My optimal is already a 108.9. So I'm improving. I just need to be more consistent. That's better.
That was your fastest lap of the session.
Now, 1.6 seconds off the pace. Your last lap time was at 110.4.
No, too much speed there. Way too much speed.
Track limits.
Slow down. You got a penalty for cutting the course.
So good news, I'm always trying to focus on the good news, is that I've set my fastest lap, so I'm getting there. Oh. if I can just get into, you know, a time that's like sort of half respectable, like a 109 or something consistently, I'll be happy. That was a lot better. Hopefully I get a bit of time back later in the lap for the ones or for the tenths I lost in the first sector. Not much. I was feeling so good up to that point.
Your car has too much damage. We've got to fix it.
Called in by the stewards.
It's weird. It's like the car bounced off the curb, the entrance curb, the apex curb, and on exit it like was still bouncing, and I lost traction. It's completely different from the Formula 4 car. I'm gonna do one more run, and then I'm gonna give up on my Cadillac, and then give the Formula 4 one last run.
Take this clear, push.
So I'm fairly clear, meaning there's no one coming up behind me for a good while. The guy in front is gone, and his pace is of such a nature he's going to be long gone. So I have the track more or less to myself.
You got a slow car on the left.
I just wanted the car to roll back, so I don't park it in the middle of the track. Sure.
traffic behind. Take care rejoining.
I think that's my cue to leave. I mean, I'm slowing down to let the cars on flying laps by, and the guy from the pits hits me. I mean, what did he think I was supposed to do there? Yeah, I'll call that a bust. I'll save it just in case someone wants to complain, and then I'm gonna go back to Formula 4. Okay, I'm just gonna load up a Formula 4 session. Let's see if there's a lot of people practicing. Yes, there is. This is 38 minutes left in the session, so I'm going to try and use up all 38 minutes. Okay, we're 60% loaded.
Radio check.
Spotter, radio check.
Okay, let's try this again.
Pit lane speed limit is 60 kilometers per hour. Pit exit looks clear.
Okay, the tires feel like they warmed up.
134.9.
Took it very steady into turn one. Wasn't sure if the brakes were gonna lock up or not. So I could get into the top 10 this time. Let's see. Guys are getting worked up.
Sector 2 is not sixth place. Set it 3 times, okay.
It wasn't too bad for an opening lap.
We're outside of track limits there.
I think that corner is going to be my tricky corner.
Car 2, just set the fastest lap. 34.241. You got a slow car on the left. Car stops on the left.
Thank you. Didn't have the greatest exit there. So this should be a bit faster.
New fastest lap for you. Go left.
slightly better exit, but nothing special.
Sector 1 is 0.9 off the pace. Sector 2 is 0.7 off the
Car
pace.
stop on the left.
I'm actually enjoying this a lot more. The car feels slower than the previous session. I think the track temperature is higher, but I feel so much more confident in this car, and it helps that I can see where I'm going.
Sector 3 is 0.4 off the pace. Sector 1 is 0.8 off the pace.
Ooh, pushed too hard there.
We need to watch these track limits.
Interesting though. I didn't think the car would be able to slide that far off, but it did. So it seems like getting into the 36s isn't a problem.
Well, what did you do, man? What happened?
Those guys seem to have had a fender bender.
Sector 1 is 0.9 off the pace.
Slow car ahead. Car stopped ahead. You got a slow car on the left.
Sector 2
You
is
got a slow car on the
0.6
left.
off the
Car
pace.
stopped on the left.
Whew, that was a shit way to take that corner. All the time I gained, I lost it. Well, I had the idea of following a car closely to see how this car behaves. Well, let's do it now.
B30, you are now 2.2 off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.7 off the pace.
Whoa, what the? Typical. The moment I get behind another car, I spin at a corner. I haven't spun since, I think, really early in the session. This guy is quite close to me. I'm gonna let him by.
That's half fuel. You've used half your fuel.
I'm gonna let him by at the chicane. Okay, not. He spun.
Sector 2 is 3 seconds off the pace.
Okay, I'm gonna do this last flying lap and call it a day.
Sector 1 is 0.9 off the pace.
Not sure why he's trying to race me.
Clear right.
Clear, right side. Clear on the right.
The worst part is I was nowhere near him, so he's spun off by himself.
Sector 2 is 1.6 seconds off the pace.
Okay, let's give it one more try then, and hopefully I'll get a clean lap.
Sector 3 is 3 off the pace. Sector 1 is 0.4 off the pace.
Messed that up. Would have been my fastest lap by a significant margin.
It's just done 133.4.
Ooh, that's fast. Damn it.
Got 10 minutes of fuel remaining.
Just set your fastest lap of the session.
Next lap in the session.
Sorry, mate. I couldn't avoid the hit.
So, if I did my optimum, which I didn't, but if I did 35.0, I would have been in in third place. No, not third place. No, not even close. I was checking the proper types. Let's go check the times. entries, results. 35.0 would have taken me up to 10th place. That 5, yeah, 10th place or so, which isn't too bad. I'm fairly happy. If you look at my laps, I did make mistakes, but it seems like for me to lap in the 36 isn't too difficult. Obviously, if I just drive conservatively, I'll be fine. So I will probably enter a race tomorrow. So this guy who did a 33.4, I'd like to see if I could check his onboard. Loic.
Dylan?
Oui.
Un Discord, mon chef.
Ouais, j'arrive.
No, I can't get onto his onboard. It doesn't seem like he's on track at the moment. Number 31. He's not on track. Let's see if we could pick any of the other ones. So let's see this guy. Yeah, that's a lot better than me there. Yeah, he ran too wide. Yo, the car was just understeering, like absolute bus. Alright, that's it for me. I'm done. Gonna save that just in case. I'll probably be only back on Thursday.